I'm just tired of waiting. When will it be my turn?
Hey my loves, welcome back to Sensational Sense, where I help you glow up from the inside out. A huge welcome to my new sensationals and a big shout out to Notification Gang. Make sure you join them by hitting the bell so that you get notified every time I drop a new video. Okay, my darlings, so today we are talking about the single season, as you may have guessed. Now, without using this time right, it can feel like you're waiting and waiting and waiting, and it can feel really dry and boring, almost as though you're waiting for your life to start instead of living your life. So, invest a few minutes, and by the end of this video, if you're a single girly, you'll know exactly how to use your time being single to level up so that when the right person enters your life, you are ready. The 5 tips that I'm about to share are game-changing, especially the last one, my darlings. So do not miss out. Make sure you're locked in from this point forward. Okay, so the first thing you need to do during your single season is decide what you want in a partner. So many people are like,
I haven't got what I wanted. I'm tired of being by myself. Where are they? God, what is going on?
But they haven't actually been specific about who they want. Now, of course, you might have a type, you might know what you like aesthetically, but it's really important to use this time to write down a list of non-negotiables. So I'm not just talking has to be this tall, but things that are actually really important for you to make the relationship work. For example, has integrity, is a provider, things like that. Think about what's really essential for you in a relationship. What are your deal breakers? And make a list of these things and store them somewhere accessible. I also find it helpful to write down how you want to feel in the relationship with this person. So that could look like, our relationship feels easy, fulfilling, and peaceful. Really have a think about what you actually want. Because if you don't know what you want, you will not recognize it when it approaches you. You will not recognize it when it shows up in your life. So make sure you're clear on what you want so that you know it when you see it. This one might ruffle a couple of feathers, but my next tip is to get therapy. It's really easy for us to look at past relationships, or maybe you're someone who's never had a relationship before, but it's really easy to think, I'm fine, nothing wrong with me, I'm great. You probably are great, especially if you're on this channel, but that doesn't mean that you don't have unhealed childhood traumas. That doesn't mean that you don't have things that you haven't yet processed. So what better time than in your single season to address these things? Find a professional who you feel comfortable with and share and talk. You'd be surprised by how much you can gain, even if you consider yourself to be a pretty self-aware person. So go and get yourself some therapy and make sure that you get yourself right so that when you do enter a relationship, you're not projecting your unhealed trauma onto the other person. It's also really important to get therapy so that you understand that your life is already whole. Too many people get into relationships and expect their partner to be their other half. That's why I hate that saying, because you're both whole. You're just coming together and creating a beautiful synergy. Next up on my list is learn a new skill. And the reason for this is to become more interesting and expand your horizons. Now, if you've watched my video about femininity, I've suggested a couple that might be interesting to you, but the main thing is use your free time to do fun things. You want to learn a new language? Great, go ahead and do it. You want to take salsa classes? Go ahead, take those salsa classes. You want to learn the ukulele? Today is the day to pick up that ukulele. Whatever you're doing, it's really important to invest in yourself, invest in experiences. So travel, learn a new skill, become a woman of culture, and do it for yourself, more so than for your future partner. This one is probably not going to surprise you, especially if you've watched my video about how to glow up financially, But it's super important that you get your finances together in your single season. Honey, you need to be saving those coins. You need to have your emergency fund. You might want to open up a Vanguard account or a trading 212 account or somewhere where you can invest for more longer term goals. And also start thinking about your house deposit money. Start thinking about some of the things you want in the future. There's no reason to wait until you're in a relationship to get your finances right. Because in the same way you would want your partner to be financially stable, you also need to make sure that you're in a good position financially. Even if you're manifesting yourself a provider, which I hope you are, you still need to understand how money works and learn how to be good with paying bills and sorting yourself out financially. So get those finances in order, my darling. Last but not least is embrace your freedom. I know it's easier than it sounds. You want to be in a relationship. You want to be booed up in Bali. You want to be in Jamaica with your significant other. Well, honey, that's coming. I know it is. But before that point, you need to recognize that life moves in seasons. And if you spend your single season hating the fact that you're single, hating the fact that you're alone, when it does eventually change, you might look back on it and be like, damn, I wish I just embraced it. Now it takes several weeks of planning for me to go out on a solo date. Now it takes several weeks of planning for me to do something spontaneous. So just embrace the season. Surrender and accept. This is where I am right now. And just like everything, this season will end, like all seasons do. So I'm going to embrace this season. I'm going to be spontaneous. I'm going to go on solo dates. I'm going to enjoy my own company so that when I meet my person, I know exactly what I like in terms of how I like to have fun, and I know that I'm whole already. I hope you found this video helpful, my loves, and good luck embracing that single season. Keep your head up high and know that you are a whole woman already, whether or not you're dating someone else. Until the next one, mwah.